no more than $335.75. And the fourth question, less than or equal $335.75. Check your answer. This is question 9. Question 10. The answer is 150. And question 11. When you solve the inequality, Z will be less than or equal negative 1.25. And question 12, it will be, graph the solution of the inequality. The solution is x less than 4. And on the number line, you will search on 4, open circle, and go to the rest. These are the solutions for the rest of the questions which we didn't do in the solving of test practice, right? Write the answers, and after that, let's move to module 8, lesson 1, vertical and adjacent angles. Yes. Question 8. Let me check. B more than, yeah, sorry. Question 8, guys, fix it to more than. So part B. Yes. Question 10. Question 10, we have Ling makes bracelets and necklaces and sells them, at different craft fairs. The table shows how much string is used to make each item. You have the table in front of you. Ling plans to make at least 20 bracelets. Okay? Write and solve an inequality to determine the minimum length of string that she needs to buy. What is the least number of inches of string Ling will need? Here you need to make two-step inequalities. Okay? So X will be the number of the write and solve inequality to determine the minimum length of a string that she needs. X will be the length of the string, right? But we have 19 and 1 over 4, 15. But the bracelets, we need to know how is the minimum length, right? You will add the two numbers, then your variable, it will be less than, at least 20, means less than, more than or equal to 20. After you solve it, it will be near to 150, but it's not logical number, so it will be 150 exact. Seven and a half X wait. So we are in module 8, lesson 1. Module 8, lesson 1, vertical and adjacent Angles, page 391, and today is 2 January. طيب. The angle. Now, what is the angle, guys? You can tell me what is the angle. You took angles before, right? Angle contains 3 parts: point, and 2 rays comes from up. Got it? What's in between, we call it angle. So this thing here, we call it what? Angle. The head of it, what we call it? No, the head, vertex. Okay? The head, we call it vertex. And these two sides, this head, we call it vertex. These two, we call it side of the angle. And here we call it side of the angle. Okay? So a point and 2 rays from it, we call it angle. We call it angle. Now we have types of angle. You know them, right? We have 3 types of angle. What are they? 4 types of angle. What are they? Acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, and straight angle, right? Now, acute angle is any angle with measure less than 90 and more than 0 for sure, right? And right angle is always what? Exact 90 degree. And obtuse more than 90, less than 108. And the straight angle is exact 180. Let's write these ideas. What? 0 angle. It's okay. Now let's write them. أول شيء acute angle. The measure of it is more than 0 and less than what? 90 degree. Any angle with degree less than 90, we call it acute degree. But we have type 2, right angle. Right angle. Always what? 90 degree, and it has something like this. This is the form of it, and it has a small square like this. This is, we call it 90 degree or right angle, like the squares of the square or rectangle, right? The angles of it. So, number 3, we have obtuse angles. Any angle between, x is the degree, any angle between 90, more than 90, and less than 108. Any angle in between these two numbers, we call it obtuse angle. And last one, for straight angle. Straight angle. It is always 180 degree, and it is line like this. The vertex at the end, and this is the angle which we talk. Now the acute angle, the opening of it kind of small like this. The obtuse angle, the opening of it kind what? Big, like this one. Okay? So we have acute, right, obtuse, and the straight angle. Done? Done. Now we have an idea how we name the angle, how we give the angle name. I'm not entering yet with the title, vertical and adjacent angles. I'm just remind you with some information about the angles, okay? Now, for example, if this angle here and this point here, I call it B, this point here, I will call it A, and this point here, I will call it C. How we name this angle? First step, the angle has a shortcut, something like this. This means what? Angle. Now I have 3 ways to name the angle. I can say angle A, B, C, or angle C, B, A, or if it's alone, I can say angle B. Get it? If it's alone. Means if If we have only this angle, I can name it by its vertex. So the vertex always at the middle between the two letters, okay? So here I can say angle ABC, okay? Or angle BCBA, or angle what? B if it's alone. If it is alone. Done? Now, if I add M before the angle like this, M means measure. Means what? Measure. See here, I'm talking about the measure of the angle. When I say the measure of this angle is, for example, 50 degree, I will add M before the shortcut of the angle. Okay? Done? How we name the angles? It's easy one. Let's see in our book what we have. We have, if you see the table in front of you, 391, see it? Like the two hands on a clock, see it? See the obtuse greater than 90 and less than 180, the acute less than 90, greater than 0, and the right angle exact 90, the straight angle exact 180, and the zero angle is 0 itself. What is the zero angle? The two sides are over each other. The zero angle means what? The two sides are over each other. No angle, yeah. The angle is 0, okay? Right. Now take a look to next page. And let's see how the question named this angle. Sometimes in the book, you will have number inside the angle, like this angle in front of you here. If I put here like this, okay? If the number is inside the circle, this is the name for the angle. يعني here I can say angle 1. Angle 1. طلع الكتاب عندك. Page 392. The angle can be named in 4 ways. Okay, see this angle? Now, by the shape of this angle, what's the type of this angle? It's an acute, obtuse, right, or straight? Obtuse, it's in between 90 and 180. We can estimate it, right? So they can say angle RSP, TSR, or angle 3, or angle S. The vertex should be always at the middle. For example, in the board here, I cannot say angle BCA, okay? The vertex of the angle always at the middle of the two letters, okay? But let's name angles. See example 1. Example 1. Select all of the correct names of the given angle. Let's select together. Take up your pencil. But can I say angle 1? Yes. But check. Can I see angle XYZ? The second one, XYZ. Yes, but check. Can I say angle XZY? No. The vertex here is Y. Should be at the middle, right? Can I see ZXY? Come on, no. طب ZYX? Yes. Angle X? No. Angle Y? Yes. Bas. Angle Z for sure, no. Let's name in the check, guys. Let's do the check together. Yes, semester. Yeah, but for me, I will put circle inside it always. How you will differ, you'll make sure if this is the name or this is the measure. The measure has degree on it. For example, 35, like this. This is the measure for angles, right? So it will be clear, don't worry. Stop. In example 1, sorry, in the check after example 1, we have this angle here. This is check. After example 1, we have this angle here. طبعا we are on page 392. This is B, the vertex, and this is here C, and here we have A. The question said, and here they wrote 2, right? The question said, name the angle in 4 ways. First, what's the type of this angle? Right angle. The measure of it is exact 90 degree. Now, what's the name of these angles? Name, angle. By the way, in the book, they wrote like this, without me, like this. But for me, I get used to put that. It's okay. So angle, I can say angle B, right? Angle ABC, angle CDA, or angle 2. Later on, we will use the numbers more than the names. Okay? When we have a lot of angles, so it's boring to keep right letters. So we will put numbers and we will say angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 to know what's the angle we are talking about. Yes, Ibni? Huh? Page what? We are on page 300. Which page, guys? 391. We are done. 392 we are now. Okay? This is the check. Now let's go to talk about the vertical angles. It's important concept. Done the board. Type. Now here just small quick revision about what's the angle, how we name the angle, and what's the type of the angles. Now let's talk about the vertical angles. We have in our title we have vertical and adjacent. So here we will talk about the vertical only. Now what are the vertical angles? The vertical angles. Now if you have two lines intersected with each other, like these two lines here. Focus, please. If you have two lines intersected with each other, intersect, they have common point. Yeah. Now here we have four different or four singular angles, right? I'll put names by numbers. So I'll call this angle here angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. Okay? Angle 1, this is the vertex of it. These are the two sides of it, this one and this one, right? Angle 2, this is the vertex, and these are the two sides of it. I'm talking about this angle, right? Angle 3, this is the vertex with the two sides. Angle 4, this is the vertex with the two sides, right? So we have four angles together. Now take a look to angle 1 and angle 3. Mr. Hussein.
Sorry, Mr. I don't
If
understand.
you do this again, I will remove you from the class. Remove it now, quickly. Remove it. Fine. Submit. How will we do that? Yeah. This one. Wait. Again, here we said angle 1 with angle 3. See it? They are opposite for each other, not besides each other, right? So angle 1 and angle 3, we will call them vertical angles. How about angle 2 and angle 4? Angle 2 and angle 4, they are opposite for each other, so we'll call them also vertical angles. So what are the vertical angles in this form? Vertical angles are angle 1 and angle what? 3. Angle 1 and angle 3, both angles, we call them vertical angles. So angle 2 and angle 4, also angle 2 and angle 4, also we call them what? Vertical angles. What's the meaning of vertical angles? Vertical angles, they have the same measure. They have the same measure. So vertical angles are congruent. شو يعني congruent in geometry? Congruent means they have the same measure. If angle 1, for example, 40 degree, angle 3 will be what also? 40 degree. If angle 2, 60 degree, angle 4 also. So what's this mean? This means angle 1 should be equal to angle 3, and angle 2 should be equal to angle what? 4. These are the vertical angles. So when we have vertical angles, if we have two intersected lines, the opposite angles are equal. Take a look to angle 1 and 2. Angle 1 and 2. Are they vertical? No. We will call them adjacent. We will call them adjacent. Angle 1 and 4. Adjacent. Okay? So if the angles besides each other sharing the same vertex, we call them adjacent. Opposite for each other, we will call them vertical angles. The vertical angles are what? Equal. Are equal. Now take a look to the book, page 392. Page 392. See it? Up in the layer, identify vertical angles. Let's read a few informations about it. Two angles are vertical angles if they are opposite angles formed by the intersection of two lines. Okay? Vertical angles are congruent if they have the same measure. The same measure. اطلع على الجراف اللي عاملها. Two lines intersected. Angle 1 with which angle? With angle 3. Angle 4 with angle 2. تحت شو مكتوب؟ Angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. Angle 2 is congruent to angle 4. Okay? Means the measure of angle 1 same of the measure of angle 3, and the measure of angle 2 same the measure of angle 4. Now let's take a look to example 2. If we have, or to identify the vertical angles. Yes. Angle 1 and angle 2, we didn't take that yet. Equal. Congruent. This is the sign if you have something over, they are congruent. Congruent means what? Equal in measures, have the same measure. Okay? Right. Now let's take a look to example 2. Example 2, we have this line here, and this line, something like that, and we have this line here, right? Right. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How many lines we have here? 3 lines, and all of them intersected on one point. Okay. Now let's search about vertical first. 1 with what vertical? 1 with 4, 2 with 5, 3 with 6, right? So let's write down here. Let's fill the spaces together. Angle 1 is vertical to angle 4, right? 4. Angle 2 is vertical to angle 5. And angle 3 is vertical to angle 6. So تحت شو كاتبين؟ So the vertical angle pairs are angle 1 and angle 4, angle 2 and angle 5, angle 3 and angle 6. So sometimes we have more than 2 lines intersected, and we have more than 2 pairs of vertical angles. But mostly we have 2 angles, okay? 2 lines, sorry. This is example 2. Now let's see the check together. Check of example 2. Check. After example 2, page 394, we have this line and this line here and this line here. Okay. See, this vertex is the same vertex for all the angles. Okay. Here we have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They said angle 1 is vertical to angle 4, copy 4, angle 1 with angle 4, right? Angle 2 is vertical to 5, angle 2 with angle 5, and angle 3 is vertical to angle 6. So تحتها شو بتكتب؟ Angle 1 is equal to angle 4, angle 2 is equal to angle 5, and angle 3 is equal to angle 6. The pair of angles are what? Equal. But done. What this mean? For example, here, if angle 1 is 40 degree, then angle 4 also should be what? 40 degree, right? They have the same measure, same measure. طيب. Done this check? Done. Now, the important idea here is the idea like this one. For example, طلع البورد. طلع البورد. If we have these two lines here, okay, and here the measure is not a number. Sometimes the measure given as unknown expression. We don't know the expression. Like, for example, 4x minus 5 degree. 4x minus 5 ish degree. So the measure of this angle here is 4x minus 5 degree, like 70 degree, 90 degree, whatever. And the opposite one, they give it 75 degree. The question wants me to find x. Okay. So here for this example, find the value of what? Of x. So the given value, the given angles for x minus 5 and 75, what we call them? What we call them? Vertical. Vertical هدول. And the vertical angles also always what? Have the same measure. Means they are I know vertical congruent غيرها means they are equal, right? So the vertical angles are equal, means 4x minus 5 should be equal to, let's write it, 4x minus 5 should be equal to what? Why? Here you need to explain why you put them equal. It's enough to mention that they are what? Vertical. يعني جنب هذه الايكويشن شو بتكتب هون؟ Vertical. This is the justification of your step. Why you put them equal? Because they are vertical. Okay. Now, what we call this equation? Two-step equation. We take this type of equations before. Now, how we solve it? Check. Divide. So 4x equals 75 plus. So 4x equals 80. Divide on 4. Divide on 4. So x will be what? 20 degree, right? Not degree. The value of x is how much? 20. But to check our answer, come here and put x what? How we found it? How much we found it? 20. Yeah. 4 multiply 20, 80 minus 5, which is the same of this, should be what? Congruent. Okay. This is an idea. Let's see example 3 together. Example 3. Now we used what we took before. We took one-step equations, two-step equations, inequalities, right? Now we need to apply the concepts which we took before. In example 3, page 395, we have this form or this figure here. And they wrote for me up to x plus 2. And down here, they wrote for me 130 degree. Degree means the measure of the angle, okay? Question said, write and solve an equation to find the value of x. So here we need to find the value of x. Let's find the value of x. The question is find the value of x. Stop. The given angles are what? Are equal. Why they are equal? Because they are vertical. So 2x plus 2 equal 130, and you need to put beside them vertical. This is the justification. Okay, why they are equal? Because they are vertical. Now solve. We have equation. We did that type of equation a lot. Shift divide 2x equal 130 minus 2, right? So 2x equal 128. Divide into both sides. X will be 64. And if you put 64 here in the place of x, the answer should be 130. مش هم equal? Done. But we have checked after this example. Let's do it quickly because I have less than 3 minutes for the online students. Guys in the online, focus with me, please. I will back to that question. So just wait. We are on the check, guys, in the online, please. We have this figure here. Here 80 degree. And here 2x plus 6. Now the 80 and the 2x plus 6, these two angles are what? Are equal because they are vertical. So here the question said find the value of x. They are equal, so let's put them equal. 2x plus 6 equal what? 80. Why? Because they are vertical. This is, you need to write it. You need to write it. Now let's solve this equation, two-step equation. We shift and divide. 2x equal 80 minus 6. 2x equal 74. Divide on 2, divide on 2. X will be 37. So this is the equation which we need to form, and this is the solution to find mean the value of x. Guys in the online, copy this, check, and we will stop here. Tomorrow, inshallah, we'll continue with the second concept, which is the adjacent angles. Thank you.